Hey everyone, God bless. Good day. It's another beautiful day out there. Today is Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. And the title I have today for you is The Promise of God, Heaven and Hell. And this kind of goes into what we were talking about in the last video, which was transforming anger into forgiveness and peace. And I was thinking about the promises of God and the reward that awaits true followers of Christ. And this truth brings peace and joy with which we can endure suffering. And so the first thing I have is Psalm 86, verse 15. Let's take a look. Psalm 86, 15. It says, "But thou, O Lord, art a God full of compassion and gracious, long-suffering, and plenteous in mercy and truth." And so the part I wanted to highlight here was that our God is a God of long-suffering. He sees the suffering of his children, and he does not like it when Satan persecutes them. And so we too, when we give our hearts to Christ and when Christ gives his heart to us, we must also go through long suffering as part of this journey. And, right now I'm in a pretty difficult period, but it's always good to remember that there are different seasons, some of which may be more difficult than others, but God will never give you more than you can handle. So part of what our journey is when following Christ is to go through the suffering, much like Christ went through himself. And the next thing I have is Galatians 5:22. 5:22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, and faith. So if you're going through suffering, and you're being persecuted, then it's an indication you're on the right path, right? So the next thing I wanted to talk about was, why is this all happening? Why do we have to suffer? And I have written, it is because God gave us a choice to make in this life regarding which master we serve, light or dark. And then I have Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. And so everything is in God's hands. And the next thing I have written is, and so why did God create evil then? Well, again, because he gave the beings he created a choice. He didn't directly create evil because God is holy and there is no darkness within him. But he created a very powerful being named Lucifer and gave him the choice to either follow the divine order or to create his own. And then I have Isaiah 14:12 through 14. 12 through 14. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And so God didn't create Lucifer to be evil. He created him with the ability to choose what he wanted to do. And obviously Lucifer is a fallen angel, now known as Satan. And so this is why there is suffering in this life, and this is why long suffering is part of what following Christ means. So just like God gave Lucifer the choice, God gave us the choice to make in this life, and what a great gift that is. And so this is why there's so much suffering in the world, because this is not our true home. And then I have 2 Corinthians 4:4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded, and this is referring to Satan, lowercase g, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine upon them. So Satan is in charge of this world. Really, God's in control of everything. But we're living in a fallen world, and the evidence is all around us. And then I have written down here, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are made in the image of God, which is Holy Spirit. But Satan wants us to be his children, which we cannot allow. And it is impossible when you know yourself to be a child of God. So now that I kind of got the background about why the suffering is happening, because this earth is not our home is in heaven, and Satan is the prince of the air around these parts right now. What does God say about the promises of heaven? And I have Matthew 5:10 through 12. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And then I have Revelation 7:15 through 17. And this is a description of heaven. Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of waters, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And I have written, heaven will be a place full of peace and joy and praise. And we can't really imagine how good it's going to be. And then also I have Revelation 21:4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. There will be no darkness in the kingdom of heaven. So guys, keep walking with Christ no matter what. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. And then let's end it with a random Bible verse, as we do. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. I love that. I love that. It's easy to get angry at the people that are the demons, right? It's easy to get angry, but you can't fight evil with evil. You can't do that. It just doesn't work. You gotta use love. Love is the ultimate power. So, guys, I love you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and be still and know that He is God. All right, until next time. Peace out.